Well, another R. Kelly victim is speaking out this morning. She's one of 4 women whose accusations helped lead to Kelly's arrest.
And just days after the prosecutors dropped all charges against Jussie Smollett, he's back in L.A. where he is nominated for an NAACP Image Award. Here to help us break all of this down is pop culture expert John Murray. So let's start with Jussie. What is new with him?
Well, listen, the Jussie Smollett saga has been so interesting. It's had more twists and turns than an episode of Empire. It turned into Law & Order Chicago edition, and now it's moved into Hollywood reboot territory, unsolved mysteries. Everybody in Chicago is upset. They're angry. The mayor's mad. The police mad. The prosecutor commissions are all mad. And Jussie, he says he's innocent. He's back here in L.A. He's nominated for an NAACP Image Award.
Which, by the way, Anthony Anderson says he hopes he wins.
Yeah. Listen, I mean, well, Anthony Anderson is hosting the show. They want ratings. Of course, if Jussie wins the award, it's going to be must-see TV. We've been talking about it here on Monday morning. But here's the thing. The nominations for the NAACP Image Awards came out a week before Jussie was named a suspect in the situation. So he was still a victim at the time of which the nominations came. And then the voting took place in the fall. I'm a voting member of the Image Awards. And so, you know, people were nominating Jussie based on his work on Empire, which has gotten critical acclaim. People love him.
And this was well before all of this happened.
Well before all of this happened. Now, I think this time next year we might be having a different conversation about him and his work and on Empire and his image as somebody in the business, because whether you believe him or not, this has created a fiasco that we've never seen before.
All right, so let's talk about that. I know that he's hired a crisis management team, which is what a lot of people do when they get into trouble. Can his image be rehabilitated? What are the career implications from all of this?
You know, I don't know where he goes from here, because this is something that we have never seen before. I mean, I think the one thing that we've learned in this situation is that his attorney, Mark Garagos, may be the white Johnny Cochran. Because whether you believe Jussie or not, a miracle happened on Tuesday. I mean, this guy went from having 16 indictments from a grand jury to all charges being dropped. And everybody's like the emoji on your phone. They're just like, we don't know what happened. Nobody has any answers. No, it's the biggest mystery. And we'll just see what happens with him. To be continued.
Absolutely. And we'll see if he wins this weekend as well.
Yeah. Absolutely.
All right, let's talk R. Kelly. Why the eye roll? Why the eye roll?
Because the block is hot in Chicago. Everybody in Chicago has lost their mind. So, yes.
He's from Chicago, by the way. He's from Chicago.
You're one of the best things Chicago has going right now.
You and Oprah. You
and Oprah, yes. So, okay, yesterday, yet another victim of R. Kelly, his hairdresser, someone who had been a proponent of his, someone who had been very supportive of his during his last trial. She said she would argue with people down. She did an interview with another news agency where she revealed the day that R. Kelly assaulted her. And she said she went in, she thought she was going to braid his hair like normal, and he did something so visceral and so violent to her. And she just cries and describes it. It's horrendous listening to her tell this story.
Well, and we should point out that she received a couple of settlements out of this. One for $650,000, another for $100,000.
Unlike a lot of victims in situations like this, she contacted the police immediately. Now, she said the Chicago Police Department did not go after R. Kelly, which, again, it plays into this whole idea that there could be some type of corruption. We did see on Surviving R. Kelly on Lifetime that he has a very healthy relationship with the Chicago Police Department, and they would warn him when they were coming to do house visits and things like that. But she got $650,000 in a settlement after she originally contacted the police on him. Then he did a music video about having sex with his braider, basically describing the incident that happened with her, and she filed another lawsuit and got another $100,000 settlement. She signed a non-disclosure agreement, but she said after watching Surviving R. Kelly and seeing everything else that was going on with all the latest allegations against him, she decided to break her silence after 16 years.
John, thanks so much. It's always a pleasure
It's good to be here in LA with you guys.
Good to have you. Really appreciate it.
And at 9 o'clock, you're going to be back talking about Wendy Williams and also the Barbara Bush new books.
And I'll be talking about what I'm doing here in LA, why I'm here on set as well. Absolutely.
So there's that.
Yes.
Right, and then there's that.
John, thanks so much.